So there it is, it's a Spanish peregrine. And so they are the smallest of the subspecies of peregrines on the planet. The only real difference is genetically they're very much identical. Peregrines here in North America are this beautiful light gray. They basically look like that. From him you get this nice ombre effect going on. He gets really dark up top. And then if we turn around, instead of being white with black spots, he's this salmon-y, taupey colored thing going on here. So that's what we're looking at. So it's just a Spanish peregrine. Stunning bird, very small. The males are always smaller than the females, folks. So a female peregrine in his category should be about that much bigger. A female peregrine in North America, she'd be quite a bit bigger, quite a bit wider. Big chunky girl. And so the girls they're big and burly and tough. And so they're always bigger. It depends on the species. If anybody's from Europe, you may be familiar with sparrowhawks. They're in the wild, 5 years. That's their average. In captivity, they're known to live about 10. If you're Kenzie, you're special, she's 15. Yeah, so she is like well past what would be considered the norm for a kestrel. Probably one of the oldest kestrels in captivity in Canada. So, you can see already his wings are shaking. And he's looking at me like, what are you doing to me? Why? This molting business takes a lot of energy. It's just more comfortable than holding him out. He's not that heavy, but if you hold him out here, it's an awful lot more awkward than if you hold him nice and close.
He looks good in red.
He does look good in red. It's a good color for him. Yeah, I try to find colors that suit their coloring. And it's hard. Wow, you are just sticky today. Yeah, like I got. That was my female hood. That was a friend of mine in Japan made that. That's
I'm not feeling that close.
Some people in Texas call them desert crows. And so, Hetty, the Harris hawks are famous because they fly in groups.
God!
And they, she is beautiful. You see, I keep her close. I'm not too worried if she grabs me. If she grabs me and hurts me, it's okay. I don't want you guys to get hurt. No. Face me. Someone is anticipating. Hurt. Emma, You can see she's molting. You can see her tail feathers aren't all out right now. She is in the dead center of her molt. It's a bit awkward to fly a bird through their molt. Unfortunately for Hetty, well, she's got a day job and she's got to earn her.
You did know the name of the guy.
Beatrice.
Yeah, I heard that.
We're fine. You can see
When you said his
her.
name,
Yeah.
There, you got her attention. Now arm up nice and you can keep watching on the Find your wrist a bit. Push your wrist over. There.
Bobby didn't have to watch him either. I don't care what. They're advantage, yeah.
The log house, which is next, and then the shingle mill, which is one of the last ones on your trip here. Those are all built here. Everything else, though, is an original building that was moved here from somewhere else on the island. But yes, this is a black house. This is the kind of house that you'd find in Scotland back in the year of 1820, where we are now, and you know. Rows of flowers. That's a millstone for grinding our grain. So you just spin it by that handle around.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's always the woman of the house's job. So don't worry about it as much. Yeah, and a lot of us got to bring those with us from the old country because they wanted the weight for ballast.
Oh.
So they didn't like us bringing too much stuff, taking up room, but those were something they were okay with. Yep, and it'll stay in our family forever. Yeah. This is the flax. So we're processing linen out of it. Yeah. So the flax we soaked in water almost to the point of rot, take it out and dry it, and we run it through this crusher here. Like I say, this stuff's already getting pretty soft. I've been working on it. You can already see some of the fibers starting to show.
Yeah.
So you take the knife and you'll crush it up, try to scrape anything extra off it. And then this is the stuff I processed this morning. I just run it across these nails. It'll get the heavy stuff out, and it'll get the fibers going the right direction. And then you're left with thread like that.
Wow.
You can put that on the wheel and spin it. Those.
this, and they sing the songs, they will go along, but they soak it in urine first.
In urine?
Well, not these days, but in those days, they would soak it in urine, they would soak it in urine and stretch it, and make it good for blankets and so on, and they would sing their little Gaelic tunes while they did it. Men and women, that's why this table's so big. It's not for eating, well, it could be for eating, but it's for the milling frolic that goes with the whole business of preparing the wool.
Once you get a little twist.
Oh, Kim and Ash, how are you? That's good. Feel free to come on inside.
Yes.
Plenty of room over there. And then go down to the barn after you go here. Weird.
On the wall. And then make the fabric all number. And then well, you didn't get the where they did is laying in the dirt and the shade. Yeah. Can't see a horse. It's on. You don't even know.
I see it. It's just a little alter it.
No.
Build up its leg.
Frame up how big they are for the picture.
Lathe.
Being on a barge on the lake. What a sight that would be. They moved this church from Malagawatch behind me away across the lake and brought it on a barge.
I guess you can. I read this way.
Sometimes people would put like a bit area.
This was more water. They've had it.
The area where there's no path, sometimes there might be holes. We have foxes and raccoons and they dig in.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're talking you too. My God. Yeah, that's a different place.
Christmas Island.
That's Christmas
Island, okay, well,
You can throw me for a minute there.
There's a little post office. I
know.
Starts with a B.
Thank you. This is 1925. And you got a little store. Well, probably most of us were. Well,
All villages started with the same kind of thing. And those were things.
Once he finished, shoes were probably close enough to be at the final fit. So they'd pass a hot shoe from the guy at the angle to the guy at the horse. The fellow at the horse would hold it up to the hoof and see where the final curve needed to go. Pass it back to the guy at the angle. He'd put the final curve in the shoe. When they were happy with the fit of the shoe, the hot shoe would be pressed up against the hoof to make a seat for the shoe. The shoe would be cooled off in the water, and then it would be nailed to the horse's hoof. So to do all 4 feet of the horse, 2 to 2.5 hours work. And it'd be $3.50 in 1925. The general store wouldn't carry that because it takes up a lot of space and they wouldn't sell many. But you could come to the blacksmith and you know, under an hour you'd walk out of here with a pair of hinges. The eye would be rolled, the holes would be punched for the bolts, and this one was probably started life as a piece of metal that long, and then this was drawn out just to get to the next board to cover it.
No, that type.
Said they still use this to make wood shingles.
You got a pile of new ones right there.
Go over there.
And then it's ready for the spinning wheel. Interesting.
So the wheels themselves would be different on that machine than this?
They're just set
I'm gonna
different.
go
Oh, they're
down
set
to the
different.
Yeah.
center and use the washer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And here, I can run this from.
Notice the sign here.
Well, we didn't see him come that far. But we did see the whole thing.
Do you want to go?
No,
So you look directly across beyond the lighthouse. To the right, the land comes to a point, and it goes down a little lower, lower, lower. The big house, Ben Bria, is almost at the end of that point.
Alexander Graham Bell was born a member of Scotland. His father was Alexander Melville Bell. Now, Alexander Melville Bell was a professor of elocution, or today we would call that a speech pathologist. And he taught the deaf and others using a system that he created all by himself that's called visible speech.
There might be an elevator straight ahead, so we can go down below. There's a ramp. There is?
Alexander Graham Bell had never even met her. The HD4 was his last contribution to technology. He died on August the 2nd, 1922, at the age of 75.
standing over there.
Can't see your sister.
Is that paper mill using the power?
Yeah, well,
Somebody ate it.
they get a little clear with each other.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
What is that, about 6 or 7 pounds?
6. That was intentional.
You could make a meal out of one of those claws.
Đến嗰邊好啲啫。
唔係你個塔啊嘛，呢個係個頂嚟嘅。
影塔啦，影呢度好啲啫。
咁出邊嗰個景定頭先嗰個景？
面好啲啫。